vista that I can look out and see a little bit, but then I'm going on. Peeps. Just so happens I happen to be videotaping, and here comes my peeps and Zeus the mountain dog. Hey, Papa Bear.
Are you worried about us?
No, not at all. Heading down to the river, past the cabins that we stopped at on Wednesday. And there's a little. This is some pretty freezing cold water, but my feet were dirty and it feels good. Here comes Max tiptoeing across with no poles like it's nothing.
Splunky. Our way over down these rocks here into the cave. Mama Bear filming me going into the cave. I just came across this and kind of doing a little.
Doing switchbacks. East, west, east, west, east, west, east, west to get back up to the top of this where we went off on this trail to get to Refrigerator Gulch. So, and there's the trail, and just, you know, it's not too bad. It's just constantly going on an upward trajectory, which wasn't easy coming down either, but I headed out ahead to get a head start because I'm the tortoise. So I'm going ahead while they finish up the last little bit of packing up the campsite, and this is I'm heading east, like I'm heading in that direction, which is east. And our camp was way back that way to the west, and this is the trail. That's what the trail looks like. So, and it went over to that end down there somewhere and then switched back, and there's a lower level down there that, you know, it's just east and west diagonals, switchbacks. It's actually quite lovely and walking through the forest. So that's the trail. I did a whole bunch of those switchbacks, and I came up to this point and took my jacket off and got some lip balm and got this little vista that I can look out and see a little bit. But then I'm going on down, on down the trail that way. Little rock scramble. I just kind of came around a bend from where I was a minute ago. Little rock scramble up. Bigger vista. Got these trees are kind of in my way, but it's just trails going up over there. Just got a really great view. And off of that cliff's pretty big drop down probably. Drops down, down, down into that ravine, which will probably be there later. And for now, this is where the trail goes. Heading up some more. But it's a gorgeous day, and God's creation is so amazing. I'm so in awe all the time when I'm out in nature. Just how fantastic this world He created is. Okay, it's 10:50. I left camp at 9:59. I made that long climb up to the sign. I got to go off to the left of the way I'm facing, like the arrow pointing to the left, looking at this sign is the way I need to go. So I just did the McCurdy Park Trail from Refrigerator Gulch up in 51 minutes with a few stops for breathers and video and pictures and things. But now I'm pressing on, and they're going to catch up with me later. And, slow and steady, the tortoise may not win the race, but finishes the race. That was a long, hard climb. I knew it was going to be. That's why I wanted to go out early ahead of them. And there will be lots of ups and downs all the rest of the day too, but that one was just a little bit. As I made camp last night, I thought this is going to be hard in the morning because that was all down. From here, it was down all the way for 51 minutes going up, so it was probably a little less going down, but it was a good climb. It is a fantastic day. So I only went 10 feet. The sign's back in there somewhere, but I looked off to my left and I was like, oh my goodness, another fantastic view, a different angle, different perspective, pretty amazing scenery. So beautiful here. Just kind of walking out on this, let me point down at the ground a little bit, this ledge area out here. I'm not going way out there, so I gotta keep moving, but just another gorgeous view of the Colorado Rockies in all their majesty. Pretty fantastic. Great time to be out here looking at these changing aspens. Like right there you can see some yellow, some is green. And those are almost like those are yellow orange. And over here you got like ones that definitely look orange. And over here these are super bright yellow. And it's just beautiful. It's 11:25 and I'm still out ahead. And this is kind of a deadfall area the trail's going through. But a nice babbling creek. It's Lost Creek probably, all of it's Lost Creek. It goes through here, but that just sounds so nice. Can't really see it through there, but maybe you can when it gets on a big screen. I saw a chipmunk a little while ago, which was a really nice blessing, a little gift. And this, I don't know what these are. They're not chicken of the woods, because that was different. The chicken of the woods we saw in Massachusetts grew on the side of the tree, but it's just probably a mushroom or a fungus, but that one looks like a dove. very much like a dove. And just around the corner from what I was looking at, over there it was bubbling and babbling, and then the trail walks down and crosses over it here. And it's babbling down through there. A nice spot for Zeus to get a drink. Just around the corner again, down a little ways, and I found a little waterfall. Just love to listen to the water babble and drop and fall and hiker radio. Oop, and there went a chipmunk. I hope it went through my shot. Oh my gosh. There he goes. What a gift. He's still sitting right there on that log. You can just see his striped back right there. I think he ran right across the log in my video shot while I was just videotaping the water. The tent sites here kind of look like areas that people have camped, but they'd have kind of a little bit of a hike. Just hike back up the hill. It wouldn't be that bad to get to water. This looks like a pretty level area. So it's not as far as we went. And the trail goes by, so they might have more foot traffic past them. It's a nice view of this peak. And it's so peaceful out here, except for a airplane, in addition to the birds. And a bug buzzing around. I wish the plane wasn't in my shot. So, what have we seen? Steve and I saw a bald eagle before we ever parked the car at the pit stop we made on the way. Before we got on the dirt road, we saw a bald eagle. Then Max saw a chipmunk run across the road. Then we got hiking. Stephanie saw a rabbit. And then she saw a woodpecker, and so did I, because she pointed it out to me. Butterflies, and now today I've seen 2 chipmunks. Love nature. I'm on another long climb upward. I have to struggle a bit with those. Tell myself over and over, just keep walking. Just keep walking. And I think about 5 Mouskowitz. But what's that flower over there? Keep walking. That's what my family would say. Keep walking, but I like to stop and catch my breath and enjoy the beauty when I need to catch a breather, so it's pretty wonderful. And they don't really press me. We were just joking about the keep walking thing. That is what I tell myself inside my head, so it's not a bad climb. It's not bad at all. I'm just slow. I just have to take it slow and steady. Oh, hard to walk smoothly. The ground isn't smooth. So this is a pretty cool looking area. All these big boulders. And this one is where the trail goes. I turn to the right. And I'm kind of curious about what's behind that boulder. So curiosity, I always have to go check it out. So that's the way the trail goes. And I'll be going that way in a minute. But first, I want to walk around over here and see what I see around the back side of this big old boulder. Might not be able to walk around the back, but I just like to check it out. Never know what you might see. Just, place where water runs off probably. Down through there. And runs off down that way and down. And it goes up through there, behind the boulder. I'm not going through there. And that, I know that's just a tree branch. It looked kind of like a rabbit at first, for a second, and then I'm like, no, it's not going to be a rabbit. But look, it looks like a rabbit looking at me. So I was looking at this big boulder, wondering, where did it come from? It just looks like a giant ball of rock just sitting there, like round, so like it fell or rolled. But I don't know. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Then I look up at this, and it's like, okay. And then when I'm looking at this, I see this part. I don't know if I'm going to be, let me take off my sunglasses so you can see what I'm getting better. See that part right there in this, let's see, the center of the shot. Looks like a face. Interesting. This is a big pine tree. Give you a little perspective. It's a pretty big one. Most of them are not that big. There's another big one right there. Big trunks. I'm going to go back up trail a smidge. This is where I came from. And here comes my peeps. Just so happens I happen to be videotaping. And here comes my peeps and Zeus the mountain dog. Hey, Papa Bear.
Were you worried about us?
No, not at all. Hi, Mad Max.
Hello, Mama Bear.
So, this is a really big pine tree is what I kind of stopped for. A neat turn, but this is a big one.
Yeah. Very nice.
And y'all came strolling up. Is Stephanie coming?
Coming up from the rear.
Here comes Steph with an F. The gang's all here. I told you guys would catch me before I got to those cabins.
No, but you got a good chunk in first.
Yeah, you got pretty far.
Yep, and I upped a bunch of times. Heading down to the river, past the cabins that we stopped at on Wednesday. And there's a little overhang you could take shelter under if it got a really bad storm. And we're just scrambling down this rock face. So we just came down all of that very carefully. And that's a really big boulder. Another one of those really big boulders. So this is some pretty freezing cold water, but my feet were dirty and it feels good after hiking. Feels good to rinse them off, get the dirt off, and it's very cold. It's icy cold. Icy, icy, icy cold. It was 30 degrees last night outside our tent. It was about 45-ish inside our tent. So it was cold. It's a nice day today. It's beautiful. We're hiking in just our pants and short sleeve shirts. I just came from over there where they're sitting. The trail came from over there. And then over here and down to the, they got a little spot there. They're cooking, so I didn't want to really cook. Steve's going to give me a few bites of his, but I don't really want much. And then I went around over that side, right behind Max, and around over there and came across those rocks and across all of that where Steve has his water filter. And then I crossed over this, crossed over these rocks and climbed up onto this big rock, which I was able to go up. It's going to be really precarious for me to get back down. But the reason is because there was this perfect little seat. I'm not even going to be able to see what I'm getting. But there was this perfect little round seat. And Max is going to take a picture. But so I was like, I gotta get over there and sit in that hole. It's like a chair. It's like I'll take a picture when I'm done. So anyway, I don't know how this looks because I can't see what I'm doing. But it's all good. I left my leftover breakfast, my oatmeal sitting over there. That's what I need to try to eat. It's not hot anymore, but I need to try and eat some of that. Here comes Max tiptoeing across with no poles like it's nothing. And there's the water, and it just goes on down. It keeps going, but this is like a little falls area. So that's where I was. I saw that hole and I thought, that's a perfect little seat to put your feet in the water. I have to go there. It's a little bit precarious. One of my camp shoes is wet now, so it was slipping a little bit on my way back. I made it over without getting wet, but put one foot where the rock, right? Put the left foot on that rock that's dry right there, the higher one. And then I had to put my right foot on a rock where the water was going over, so it got wet. So my foot was a little slipping. And then I had to make it the rest of the way and step up onto that with a wet shoe. So it's a bit precarious. Max was over in there somewhere. And I don't know where he went. So he might have found another way around. And just look at that water over there. It's a pretty spot. I love listening to the water. Mountains go way up there.
Mad Max has gone splunky.
So Max went around over there somewhere, and then I was wondering where he went, and look where he wound up. Up on top of that big old boulder, climbed up there, and look at the side of that. How'd you get up? I don't know how he got up there. I know he didn't climb up that. It's probably the ground goes up higher, but he's pretty adventurous.
Mad Max has made his way to an observation point. Well, we've decided to go and explore a cave. So we got to cross over this water, and Mad Max says he knows where a cool cave is that we can kind of explore. Just a little one, but it's still interesting. So let's go check it out.
This rock, it moves if you step on that side of it. If you step here, it will not move. A little bit. Now you can do it. You did it already once. Damn it.
really slippery ground right here. You got to be extra careful. That's why she's using, that's why Mama Bear is using the her trekking pole, so she can always maintain 3 points of contact.
Yeah, I know. No way I'd be doing this without my pole.
Well, that's the path we just came from. Couldn't film that just now because it was just too steep, and we needed 4 points of contact to come down this little section right here, and then a little bit of a rock scramble right here, and then now we got to work our way over down these rocks here into the cave.
The right way
Hey,
too.
Mad
Be
Max.
careful.
I must be mad to do this.
Is this the right way?
I hope so. We'll find out. Or at least I will. This is the right way.
Okay, I'll be there in a sec.
Just be careful. Pretend you're retired and we have many, many good years ahead of us. Okay?
There's Mama Bear filming me going into the cave. I just came across this and kind of doing a little bit of rock hopping here to get to the entrance. Looks like it's going to, okay, now Mad Max is filming me, filming Mad Max.
Dual cameras.
Oh, I'm right down through there.
Yep.
Nice.
It's the easiest way that I've ever found.
It's still through here?
Yep.
To the left.
It's to the right.
To the right?
I think so. Let me look. Yeah, it's to the right.
Oh, we
over
gotta
there.
go through that little spot?
Yep.
Oh, okay. They're dueling cameras again. Here, let's go look at this.
Now I'm filming you filming. It's like double screens.
I'm gonna start
How about
too
this?
soon.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. I'll film
All right.
myself.
All right. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, that was a.
Do that again.
Yeah. You got,
Rocket.
are you film, I'm gonna film you filming me wobble this rock. We didn't know that was gonna happen.
No. That's a big rock to be rocking like
Hey,
that.
don't tell Mama Bear.
Won't tell Mom.
Don't tell Mama Bear. Okay. Tell you what, I'm gonna do it a little bit different. Huh? Yeah.
Maybe.
Going through.
Going through. Alright. You made it. Hang on. I'm filming.
We're filming each other. We're filming each other.
What? Oh my goodness. Now we got three different angles of this happening. Look at that!
Woo!
Triple dual cameras. Oh my goodness. Alright.
Yeah. Let me zoom back over here. We just came up through that little squish.
There's no light in here again.
No lighting? You know what though?
Someone can give me a flashlight.
Yes. Okay. So here's what it looks like in the dark, and you can hear it. And now
I'd be surprised if you're able to film and have the flashlight on at the same time. If you get close to the ground with the light on, then I'll be able to see a little bit.
okay. So let me see what happens if I turn it. Is the light still on?
It's off now.
It goes off. Okay. I'll turn the light back on and get you the light.
Can you adjust the brightness of the light?
No, that's as bright as this one goes. I should have brought my headlamp down. I forgot.
I didn't think
Because I
about
could
it
have brought
either.
a really bright headlamp. That would have been awesome. Alright, so are you recording?
Yeah, I haven't stopped.
Okay. So I'm not sure how much that picks up there. All right, so we're found a new spot down there. Mad Max is kind of discovered a new little part of this cave. It's a little tricky, so you just have one filmer, one climber at this point. All right, we just emerged out of that cave from down here, which is a completely different location than where we went in. We thought we were closer to our starting location, but we are not. We actually, before we had come across that high end, across the boulder there where Mad Max is, and we went in back over,
We did.
way back over there about 100 feet.
No, he's filming.
So,
He's
yeah.
filming and narrating.
Look at this crazy Mad Max. Came out a different way. I was waiting here to take your picture together down there.
Sorry, I got pictures of him coming out of the hole.
I know, but I wanted the both of you down there. And you went out the wrong way.
He did.
Is he going back through?
No.
What?
No, he's filming.
Well, dadgummit.
He's filming and narrating.
Poopy.
Yeah.
You mean when we were going that way? Yeah, I know. I'm talking about when we first came down here for lunch.
We came through here, we can cross this water here.
No, but we walked right past. Yeah, we walked right past that area right there.
Okay.
Okay,
Extremely nervous
Yeah.
and cautious
like
and
me.
needed help with things. And after a little bit of time of being here and doing it more often,
Yeah.
she has gained so much confidence in herself and her abilities, and now she's doing this stuff like anybody.
Yeah. No, like people that are confident because they've been doing it.
You know,
Because they're not new. So we were way over there. And we scrabbled across that hillside. And came down here. And crossed here. So we crossed across at a different place to get back over on the side where we had our lunch. And now we have to get going.
All right, so we just got back from splunking. Very unprepared for,
Very.
for proper splunking.
no helmets,
no headlamps.
no headlamps.
Yeah, do
No.
not do this at home because that would be really ridiculous
It was pretty dumb.
and not safe. But it wasn't really that big of a cave or anything. It was relatively accessible, and
we'll definitely make it look bigger in the video.
yeah, we'll try to make it look really a lot bigger in the video. You've probably already seen it by this point. Anyway, we have got a busted move. Probably won't be much more video on the way out until we finish this, because we got to get back to the trailhead and get on home. This is all the time we have for this trip. Talk to you up trail. Bye. Deuces.
Dudes, this is the view from laying in my hammock.
Brown rice.
What are you eating?
How much longer does the brown
That looks
rice
pretty
take?
good though. Instant white rice takes longer than instant pudding. Instant brown rice takes at least 5 minutes. And I don't know. if
Pretty awesome.
the